And here are some things that you're definitely going to want to do with your tax return this year. What's up everyone, David here with Free2Be, and thank you for joining me for another video. Now today I want to talk to you about how to use your tax refund to its true and full potential. Now with taxes due right around the corner, many of us are fortunate enough to actually be able to get a little bit of money back. But how do we make sure that we don't just blow this money or squander it on something that is not essential to us? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be covering here today. Now before I get started, as always, if you are new to my channel, I cover financial literacy here in an effort to track my progress to financial independence, and hopefully by doing that I'm creating a blueprint that others can use in their pursuit of financial independence as well. So if you are new to the channel or haven't done so already, please take a moment and just click the subscribe button down below. It's a completely free action to take and it really does help support the channel. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. Alright guys, well, you know, it's that time of year. We all kind of dread it in some way because we don't know if we're going to necessarily owe some more money or if we're going to get a return. Now, if we are fortunate enough to file our taxes and qualify for a return, how should we use this money? How should we put that money to use for us so that we get the most out of it? Now, odds are you might not be getting a large sum of money, but if you use it the right way, you'll really be able to get a huge impact no matter what sum of money you get as a return. And again, like most lists, this is not comprehensive. You don't have to pick one of these items to do with your tax return, but these are just generally good ideas to look into to see if it really would benefit you to use your money this way. So the first thing on this list is to fund a retirement account. The best way to make your money work for you is to invest it long term. So if you don't have a substantial retirement account in place, use whatever return you get and fund that retirement account. Whether it's a Roth IRA, some other kind of investment tool, use it to your benefit and set it aside so that long term, that little amount of money can become a lot more and really make an impact on your life. Now, I like this strategy because last year I actually did this and I was able to get a return of almost 25% in just 12 months off of my deposit last year. So again, you're going to want to take advantage of that. If you don't have enough of a retirement account set up for yourself, put that money aside for your future. Now, the next thing you can do with your tax return is similar to the long-term savings plan, and that is to start a college fund if you have young children or kids that are basically approaching college age. If you don't have any kind of fund set up for them, start doing that now with money that is, in essence, extra money. Put that aside because it really, again, will grow to an amount that it actually would be impactful for someone to have to pay down college costs. As we know, tuition and student debt in this country rise at rapid rates each and every year. So why not help your children and put them in a position where they don't have to take on as much debt to get through school or basically curb some of those high tuition costs when they get there. And this will really help them get the advantage they need as they then go into their careers after their education is complete. Now, the third thing you can do with your tax return to get the most out of it is something that I did for about 6 years in a row, and that is to pay down high interest debt, specifically credit card debt. Every time I got a tax return for the first few years of my career, I think it was actually almost 6 years of my career really, I just paid down my high interest debt. So it started with credit cards and then it went to a couple of private student loans that I had. But to me, I thought that I would be way better off without having these debts, and that is the reality of the situation. Instead of paying an enormous amount of interest each and every year, I just went ahead and paid those debts down. And now I don't have to worry about that interest. I mean, that was a couple $1,000 of interest at the minimum, I think, each and every year. I basically eliminated with just a few tax returns. And this is definitely something you're going to want to look into if you have high balances on your credit cards or any kind of private loans with high interest rates. Because again, when you pay down any debt with high interest, you're basically doing two things. You're paying down the debt, but you're also saving money on interest. So in essence, it's like a double win. It's like a win-win scenario because now you're a little bit more debt-free and you don't have to worry about recurring interest costs. Now, the next thing you can do with that tax return to really get some benefit out of it is to invest it in yourself. Have you been thinking about starting a business? Are there online courses or different types of courses you want to learn? Is there a new book that you were interested in reading? Whatever it is, whether it's small like a book or costly like starting your own business, maybe this is the time to invest in yourself. Push yourself to pursue your dreams. Whatever that may be, this is the perfect opportunity to set yourself up for your long-term goals. Now, I'm not saying you necessarily need to spend $1,500 on a get-rich course or something like that that would waste your money, but if it's something like going and getting a real estate license so that you can start getting involved in real estate on the side, and that's like probably $400 or $500 to get, maybe this is the perfect opportunity to go ahead and invest in yourself and take that course. Now, the next thing you can do with the money is to buy something you need. You can use that money to fund something that you've been putting off for a long time. So if it's something that you've been needing for a while but didn't necessarily want to take the plunge because it costs a lot of money up front, this would be a perfect time to do that. Is there dental work that you've been putting off for 6 months to a year? Maybe now's the time to go and address that issue. In fact, something like dental health shouldn't be ignored for a long period of time anyways. So if you are in that scenario, I think you should definitely use your tax return to fix the teeth. But honestly, it could be anything else. Is there a home improvement project that you've been delaying? Do you need to replace your hot water heater and really didn't want to bite the bullet on a $2,000 replacement? This is the perfect time to use those funds to get something that you need and just have been putting off for a long time. And finally, the last thing that you could do with your tax return is to go halvesies with yourself. Split it up into 2 equal amounts and use half of it for fun and use the other half responsibly. So put half of it in investments, in a Roth IRA, purchasing something you need, investing in yourself, and take the other half and just go have some fun. We all need fun from time to time. This channel and this whole project of working towards financial literacy should not be about eliminating fun from your entire life as you pursue financial independence. That just doesn't make any sense, because what you're going to end up with is a lot of money at an old age, and really at that point you might be too cranky and old to want to do anything fun anyways. So why not, when you're young, when you do get these little windfalls like a tax return or a bonus, use a little bit of it and enjoy your life. Take a little trip. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant, but just split it down the middle, use half of it for fun, and invest the other half. All right guys, well that's all I had for this video. If you enjoyed it or can think of anything else to do with your tax return, let me know in the comments down below. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel or haven't done so already, please take a moment and just click the subscribe button down below. I really do appreciate the support, and we'll see you next time.